Hi YouTube, it's Mo. I finally got all the facts I needed to do the breastfeeding video. So this is the breastfeeding video. This is just facts that I got, and I only got them from the Medela website because that's the pump I use, so I would obviously trust their judgment. So I went on their website and I got facts from them directly. So how true all this stuff is, I'm not sure, but their resources I will put down below so you can go to it for yourself. And that's pretty much it. Just get right into it because there's a lot of facts. The first fact I have is that breastfeeding aids in the uterus returning to its original size after birth. Now, I will explain how that happens. Basically, when you breastfeed, it causes the release of a hormone called oxytocin. Now, oxytocin is responsible for the contraction of the uterus. Therefore, if your uterus is contracting and the baby's already born, that means it's just contracting back to its normal size. Fact number 2. An average breastfeed lasts 16 minutes, and this is the average time that you have to sit during intervals in the day and night, so that way you can get special bonding time and, enjoyment and just baby and you time. So just about 16 minutes for a good breastfeed. Basically a good breastfeed. Fact number 3, you only produce a small amount of milk in a few days. Now, this milk is called colostrum, and it's only produced in small amounts because that's all the baby needs for the first few days. And the stomach is supposed to be this big or something. So obviously it doesn't need a whole bunch of stuff inside of it. And once again, I have nothing, and I meant to say this in the beginning of the video, I have nothing against formula feeding. If that's what you want for your child, that's your child. I'm going to do what I want to do with mine, and you do what you do with yours. I'm not going to take any crap about this breastfeeding video. If you put a nasty comment, I will delete it and I will block you. That's that. I'm not going to keep reiterating, I'm not going to hurt anyone's feelings. If your feelings are hurt, that's your problem. Honestly, whatever. But once again, this video is not to bash formula feeding because my son does get a small amount of formula if I believe that he's not getting enough breast milk. But I'm working on my diet and I'm now producing a lot more milk, so maybe I will cut the formula out completely again. So I don't know, but I'm not bashing formula feeding. The colostrum is so rich that the little bit that he gets, it's enough to build up his immune system and get him started in life. So that is really the best thing for any baby, to get his or her immune system build up, because they're in this new environment, so many germs, so many new people, so many new things, and you want to make sure their immune system is really, really strong so that way they're not getting any type of sickness. Fact number 4, I believe. After day 3 or 4, you gradually produce more milk. And obviously, if you're gradually producing more milk, your baby's going to eat more and person. So if you don't have a good diet, then obviously you're not going to produce a lot of milk. Therefore, your kid is not going to drink a lot of milk. So you might want to kind of correlate everything that you do with breastfeeding, especially because everything you intake, your baby intakes. Fact number 5, breastfeeding helps to burn calories. So what you want to make sure to do, now a lot of people is that's good because I'm going to lose baby weight fast. Yes, that's great. But you also have to remember, if you're burning calories, you're not really keeping any, it's not that you're not really keeping anything in, but basically what you're taking in is getting taken from you faster. So you want to take in a little bit more. So that way you have some for yourself, because what's being taken from you is going to your baby. Now, if you intake 1,500 calories for lunch and your baby is taking all 1,500 calories, you don't have any calories to keep your energy up. You don't have any nutrients for yourself. So just keep that in mind. You want to make sure you're also getting enough for yourself and for the baby. Fact number 6 So ideally, breastfeeding is a great way to lose weight without exercising, but you want to make sure you're doing it appropriately. Fact number 7. Almost 3/4 of moms produce more milk with their right breast, and according to them, it has no correlation with whether or not you're right-handed or left-handed, because apparently that's what some people think. But there's no type of relationship between, you know, you producing more milk in your right breast and which hand you write with. Fact number 8. Babies instinctively know how to get your milk quickly and efficiently. They start breastfeeding with a faster suck for stimulation until you let down. Let down is when your milk starts to flow, and it can be also called milk ejection. The average time for a letdown is 56 seconds. So if you watch your baby eat and you're doing your bonding time, if you wait about approximately a minute, you will see that your baby's going to slow down because the milk is coming so fast now. And therefore, he's taking in more. So that's what letdown is. So once you're breastfeeding about a minute into it, then the letdown will happen. Fact number 8 is that when your milk is flowing, that's when they start going slower, obviously, because they're not going to drink fast. There is more coming. Yeah, for his passy. All right, so if more milk is coming, they're going to slow down. So once you notice that they're slowing down, the suck is going to get a lot deeper until they get full. So that means they're taking in what they need to take in. If you notice that the baby is still kind of sucking, fast, trying to get something out, that probably means they're not getting much, and you should probably watch your diet or make sure you're not stressing out or check your position of where the baby is. So, just kind of monitor things. And you maybe even have to supplement like I had to do, because I knew he wasn't getting enough. He was eating way too often, like every half an hour, and being very cranky. So you might have to supplement if you notice that your baby's not getting enough, because you don't want them to be hungry. Fact number 9, breastfeeding reduces the exposure to sugar. So the only sugar that your baby should have or even needs is called lactose, which obviously you find in milk. But it's harmless, the baby's not going to get sick. But the alternative is something called sucrose. Now that's what's really found in like formulas and just alternatives like Similac or Enfamil. That's not really what's best for your baby, but it's an alternative. So fact number 10, babies breastfed, they breastfeed until they're full, not until they empty your breast. So I thought my breast should be like normal breasts, like they should feel not like milk was in them, like they should feel like normal breasts. But that's not it. After he eats, he will only eat until he's full. He's not going to keep going and going and going. That's like with the bottle. Babies, they keep going and going because it's there and it's coming. It's not, they can't really stop it, because it's a bottle. With the breast, they can always move it, or they can stop and let it hang out their mouth. It's easier for them to let you know that they're full. Versus with bottle-fed babies, they just drink until it's empty because they kind of don't have a choice. So, on average, babies remove 67% of the milk that you have. Now, it could vary between moms and between babies, but that's an average. Fact number 9, breast size is not important. No matter what size you are, you will make enough milk for your baby. It is okay for them to have what is made for them. Don't be lazy. Oh, it hurts. My nipples hurt right now. I don't know if it's TMI, but they really hurt, and they look like raisins. Not raisins. Raisins would be small. They look like cow nipples right now. But my son is getting what he needs, and that's fine with me.
And I'm happy because
That's another thing about breastfeeding. It's cool. It's amazing. You can feed your own kid. You don't have to buy it from a store. It's right there. It comes out. You don't have to warm it up. You don't have to clean a bottle. You don't even have to get up in the middle of the night to make the bottle, because the bottle's right there. It's so cool. Just roll over. And you can go to sleep while you do it. As long as he's not suffocating, you're doing it the proper way. You can go to sleep and he will eat and he will take it out when he's done. And you can wake up and just put your boob back in your shirt. And that's it. Fact 11. Your milk sprays out of many holes. So some people get it like confused. Oh, the opening of your nipple, like when you look at it and it looks like a crater, kind of. The milk doesn't solely come out of there. You have what they call, let me see, what is it called? It's just called like openings, like pores. It's your pores. So the pores in your nipple around your areola, those pores express milk. So if your son or daughter is only intaking the nipple, they're missing the other milk that's around the areola. So you want to make sure they're getting that in too, because we have an average amount of women is 9, but some have up to 18 openings. So the milk is coming from so many different places that you don't want to just put them on the nipple, because they could be missing out on the other milk that can be coming in. So it's also important for you to know it's okay if you need help, especially if you're a new mom. Take it easy on yourself. It's something like a skill that's developed. Most moms just do it, but 73% of moms need outside help for breastfeeding. So just don't feel discouraged. I can tell you guys if you need help, just ask me, and if I know, I can help you. But it's something that should be enjoyed, not something that should be, oh, I gotta breastfeed my kid. It's not something that you should feel, how do you say, mandatory. Like, it shouldn't feel mandatory. You shouldn't feel like a job. It should feel like a hobby or something that you enjoy, something that you love to do. So just don't feel discouraged to ask someone. They have what's called LCs, lactation consultants, and most of the time you find them in the hospital. But if you get a nurse number, I'm pretty sure when you go home, you call the nurse and let her know, well, I need help. They'll even come to your house. So I'll put the website down below where they can go, you can go online and find one near you. And I'm pretty sure if you call, like, well, I can't really leave, can you come by and help me out? I'm pretty sure they will come. Now, also, fact number 12, I believe, 82% of mothers use a breast pump, whether it's because they're going back to work or they want to overcome a temporary separation or anything. A breast pump is a valuable tool when you're breastfeeding these days, because, women aren't like back in the day. They just stayed at home. Why do they need a breast pump if they're not going anywhere? But now, these days, women use them to help them go back to work. Also, you want help, like, when you've been drinking your water.